Bonjour, everyone. Madam Blue here. Welcome back to I Ain't Got the Answers podcast. Smile. So today we have a guest. Maya just don't want to stay down. Why you just... Go ahead, introduce yourself, guest.
Hi, I'm Zanaya. I'm 14 and I live in Arizona.
They don't even know all your business. So today we are going to do just a Q&A with a teenager. Just to see how life is as a teenager nowadays. What is life like as a 14-year-old nowadays?
It can be great, but it can also be really crappy.
Crappy how?
Well, if you do certain things, you get grounded these days.
Would you rather get beat like we did in my day?
It's kind of hard. Will I not be grounded?
No, you would just get a beating with a
Yeah, I'll
extension
take
cord
that
or a
any
belt.
day.
You'd rather get beaten? What is life like as a teenage girl? Because you have two brothers. Is there a difference?
Yes, I feel like as a teenage girl, if you do have fathers, some girls have fathers, some don't, but the ones with fathers, it could be a little harder because I feel that the boys get treated better and get to do certain things than girls can. And I get it, it's because you're daddy's little girl, so you can't really do many things. And they're more protective than with the boys. So, yeah.
Do you think that's good or bad?
I feel like it's good because you learn from it in the future, but at the same time, it's bad because you feel like you never get that freedom.
What kind of freedom you want?
The freedom with a less strict dad. What'd you ask me again?
What kind of freedom you want?
Oh, just the freedom where my dad can trust me, give me the same privileges that the boys get, like going out late and stuff like that. I just want to be treated.
Also you're 14, so they're 16 and 17. You can't go out as late as them.
I know that, but at the same time, when they were 14, they were doing crazy stuff, and my dad was hyping them up. They get hyped up. Boys get
Shady.
hyped up, but when girls do something, it's a no-no. But the boys, oh yeah, I can do this with a girl, and it's, hey, you did that, son.
Shady.
Crazy.
You're preaching to the choir. Next question. Do you know what it means to be fast?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think kids today are fast or not fast?
Very fast.
How do you feel about kids wearing wigs? Because
Wow.
14, like, remember that video I was showing you, that little girl that was 14? She
Yeah.
had on a wig and Bonquisha nails.
Okay, so in certain things, like for events, maybe like graduation or for a family event or a very big event, yes, I feel like it would be okay. But just on the daily, just to go do it for school and just because everyone else is doing it, no.
So you think it's okay to wear a wig?
Yes and no. No.
When you're 14?
Millie, no, because I say no because you are too young to be wearing wigs and getting sew-ins and clip-ins and stuff like that. You don't need it. But for the event and you want to look your best and your parents think it's okay, then you can go ahead and do it for a big, very important event. And you can get them when you're 16, 17.
Do you think weaves and braid weaves are the same?
Weave and braid weave?
Like sew and weave and braid weave?
No, because one is I feel like you can put heat on it, and the braiding one, I feel like if you put heat on it, it just coils up and it's like, what is it? It's not working. It's not real hair.
It's raggedy.
Braiding hair is okay for your kids, depending on the length and their age. The length and age gotta add up, honey. So the braiding hair is fine, but I feel like real hair, because this is not really real, it's just adding to your hair. I feel like real hair is making you look growner by getting the curls and the extensions and stuff and then curling and stuff like that. You don't need that.
What do you think is an appropriate age for a teenage girl to date?
From teenage girls, since we're talking, I'd be like 7th is fine because I feel that when you're in 7th grade, you don't really know much. You're just dating. I feel like kissing's not a big deal because it's kissing. First of all, what is it doing?
Giving you diseases. Have you never heard of STD?
Okay, well, I've never heard no one kissing getting a disease.
Because they be kissing other stuff and then kissing the face.
Okay, but...
oh, Naya fast.
Never said that. Anyways, but I feel like they don't really know yet on how it is. And I feel like I would be okay with it in 7th and 8th grade, but once they get to high school, I'd be a little bit more strict just because I want them to be safe and all and not get pregnant and stuff like that, because sometimes in high school, kissing can lead to, and pregnancy. And I just don't want them to end up like that. So I feel like 7th grade is a good age just because they don't know anything at that age. But I don't know, because my decade, I was playing Barbies at my age, and I mean in 6th grade. Now people these ages are like smoking, vaping, and doing all this stuff. But I feel like I'd be more strict because I know how people were in my age and my decade. So I don't know. I just feel like they can date at 7th grade and 8th grade, but I feel they have.
So 12 and 13.
No, 13,
7th grade
14.
is 12.
No, 7th grade is 13.
You're 12 turning 13.
No, you're 13 turning 14.
I went to the 7th grade. You're 13 turning 14.
13, 14 years old is when you can start. But
what age is appropriate for little boys?
For boys, I feel like I go a little. I don't want to be sexist, but I feel like I'd go like 1 year higher because I already know boys see a little girl or they see a girl and they be like, I need her. I need to get some of her, But I feel like I'd have to have that talk with them. Or I'd tell the dad if the dad was in the life.
I'm talking about not your kids. I'm talking about you.
No, you're telling me, ooh, Millie. I feel like 14. And I feel like 14 because, they're better, I guess. They're about to go to high school, so they know more. So I feel like 14. 13, I feel like they're just going to do what their friends want to do. And it's just like...
What do you consider dating?
What I consider dating is just, for me, in my age, teenage, I feel like they're just messing around.
Wait, what's messing around?
What I mean by messing around, I don't mean like, I don't mean that. When I mean by messing around, I mean like just hanging out, calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend, kissing, blah, blah, blah. It's not like I know, because I know if I look at them, I'm knowing it's not going to last. It's not lasting because they're only 13, 14,
People have
15.
been dating since high school.
Okay, but no one is, let's be real, like 10% out of 100% last. No, 5% out of 95. But the rest, let's be real, all those boys in high school are going to be cheating on you with 3 other girls, like my brother, a.k.a. Hey, Kel, if you're watching this, you know. Anyway, so I feel like they're just going to cheat, and it's just like they're going to break up, and then the next person. I don't feel like someone really finds love until probably like 20s, their 20s, because, honey, there's no way in heck you guys are making it through high school together. Y'all be doing too much.
What do you think is an appropriate age range for people to be dating? Like, you're 14. Can you date someone that's 17 or 18? You're going to high school. They're still in high school.
I feel like you can catch a case with that.
Depending on the state, yes.
But 14, 17, they're about to graduate the next year, and you're heading into you're going to be a freshman while they're graduating. That's not good. That's nasty, first of all. That's nasty. And you should not, the range should be 1.5 years.
Now, what if you're 21 and 23?
Okay, that's different because they're adults. But I'm talking about if you're 8 and you're dating an 11-year-old, that's a problem. If you're 12 and you're dating a 16, well, that's a little high. Okay, if you're 12 and you're dating a 15-year-old, they're a high schooler and you're in 6th grade. What are you doing?
Being a pervert?
Exactly. So... I'm talking once you hit 18, then I feel like it's okay to let go of the age difference a little bit more because it's nasty and it's disrespectful. Like, if you are 13 dating a 16-year-old or a 15-year-old, I mean, a 15-year-old is okay because unless you're about to turn 14, yeah, it's okay. But I feel like 3 years is too much. It's too much. Like, you need to stop.
Okay, now earlier you were talking about how you had a middle school graduation, and you couldn't find anything to wear because everybody was telling you that you can't dress a certain way. Now, how were you feeling about that?
I feel like you shouldn't be, I feel like you shouldn't try and tell your kid what to wear just to please your family members. If there's a problem with your fit, or there's a problem with your outfit, then there's a problem, and someone says something about it, there's a problem with your family member, because why are they looking at you? If I have to, like, for example, you know how your parents will tell you, go upstairs and go change because your uncle's here. Why do I have to change? Is my uncle gonna look at me like a perv? How am I is that my fault for my uncle looking at me like a perv?
I know that's right.
Is it my fault that my uncle is coming over and I have to go change my shorts when he should just be looking at my face and only my face? If he's looking at something else, he should get called out for.
So is there no such thing as inappropriate clothing for people of certain age?
There is. I feel like to the certain clothing, I feel like crop tops are fine, just depending on how high they go. Honey, you cannot have a crop top that is about to show your boobie or your boobage, because that's not a crop top, that's a bra now. And there's no need for that. You can wear actual bra around the house. But I feel like there is certain things, like crop tops are fine, shorts are fine, booty shorts, you don't get to wear those until...
You were wearing booty shorts since you've been here.
No, you know what I mean by booty shorts. Like the cleavage cheek is hanging out. That's what I mean by booty shorts. That can't be showing, girls. You need to know how to... I feel
Even
like...
when they're adults or just kids or both?
Both. I feel like you shouldn't be wearing that because you need to respect yourself. The only reason you want to wear that if you work at a strip club or you a prostitute, and that's if it helps you, it helps you. I'm not judging you girls, but I feel like you guys should respect yourself and respect how you want other people to see you. But if you want to go around with your boobies hanging out and your cleavage booty hanging out, then that's on you. People are gonna talk about you. They're not gonna be like, "Ooh, she's hot." They're gonna be like, "Ooh, she's a hoochie." So I want you guys to dress more appropriately on how you want people to look at you. And if you don't care how people look at you, go girl. But I feel like if you're wearing booty shorts and showing your nips, it's not cute.
Oh my gosh. What is one thing you want your parents to know?
I want them to know that you need to listen to your kids. Why is
They
that
get
funny?
on your nerves, huh?
Yeah,
I can imagine. She said, yeah.
I just feel like I want my parents to know that, or all the parents around there to know that, listen to your kids before you dictate something. Listen to them and listen to what they're going through, because I know dang well when you were a kid, you were going through some tough crap and you couldn't speak to your parents about it. So don't be that type of parent that your parents were. That's what I want to say. You want to change and be someone who your kids can look up to and who would want to talk to in the future and not shut you out in the future. So I feel like if you talk to them, then you have a closer relationship to them, and listen to them, you have a pure relationship with them.
Very good answer. Changing gears here. Do you like being a black girl?
Yes.
Why?
I like being a black girl because...
Cut.
Also because, girl, the skin tones are beautiful, and I don't have to go outside to get a tan.
Ah, shady. You are a shady little cousin. Moving on, what do you want to be when you grow up? Do you even have an idea?
Real estate agent or interior designer. Next.
What do you think is important about school? Do you think school's a waste of time? Should you go to college? Can you not wait to get out of school? Do you even want to go to college?
I feel like there's other ways to educate someone instead of putting them into school for 13 years of their life. I feel like that's a waste of time.
What if you have parents that don't even teach you anything, like your ABCs, your 1, 2, 3,
I
how to
feel,
count?
if you guys really want to know what I feel that this is a weird thing, but I feel once you apply for a job, I feel like they should teach you or give you a class so you know about the job. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, exactly.
It's called training.
Exactly.
But
so why do we
however,
need to, why do we need to hit school if we can do the training? There was no point of school.
The training is to enhance what skills you already have. If I didn't go to school to learn how to cut hair properly, I would be cutting hair as a hairstylist incorrectly. If I didn't go to school to learn how to properly do color, then I would be doing color incorrectly as a hairstylist. So the school is to teach you the basics. If I didn't go to school to learn that THE is the, then how can I read something in my training class? If I didn't go to school to learn that 1 + 1 is 2, then how can I do math at the register? Okay. So yes, you will be trained on how to do the job, but you need to know the basics.
Then I would tell them to give us at least a little less amount, because I feel like we shouldn't be spending a quarter of our life learning.
You never stop learning, though. Do you just hate the idea of going to school?
I also feel like it's taking away from our childhood, because most of the 8 hours, first of all, we only get 2 months of a break. And we have to be in school 8 hours, and we come home and only have 4 hours to spend with our family. I feel like it's taken away from our childhood and
you realize when you have
the time we could have spent with our family.
You get 40 hours a week, 8 hours a day, 365 days
So
a
let's
year.
save that for us as an adult and not as a kid.
But if you don't know the basics, you can't get a job.
We're never gonna agree, Millie.
No, we're not, because you need to learn. And was your parents teaching you? Absolutely not.
No, I grew up in Arizona, one of the worst places to teach.
And was your parents teaching you at home? No, so you had to go to school.
No,
Do you think teenagers are misunderstood, or they're just bad?
I feel like,
because I think
they're
both.
We are bad. We really are. We be acting like we grown. We not. But I feel like sometimes we can be misunderstood when we don't get listened to, or we just are so assumed as. We act the way we act is when you assume we are something. When you assume that we are automatically bad because of what you grew up with, then we start to act bad because now we can't talk to our parents, so I'm gonna act bad. We can't do this. Our parents assume something, or we get assumed by people, and now we are bad. So let's be bad then.
Do you have any ideas of how you want your sweet 16?
I want to have like
too close.
I don't want to. Oh, sorry. I don't want a 15 because that's
You're not Mexican.
Exactly,
and that's 15.
But wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16.
16?
16. But I want a party that's not a 15, but like something that we can call a 15, but that's not Mexican. So I want a party, but I still want it to like wear a nice little fancy dress.
Like a ball?
Yeah, like a ball.
How many kids do you want to have? Or do you want to have any?
2.
Boy, girl, 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 boy, boy?
Depending on the first gender, and if that one's lonely, then I'll give him a sibling.
If that one's lonely.
Depending. If I get a girl first, then yes, I'm getting another girl. But if I get a boy first, I'm getting a girl.
Who's your favorite sibling? Go.
Nate. Sorry. No, Kale.
You hate Kale. Don't lie.
I love
Y'all
Kale.
fight every day.
Okay, we hate our fight. It's a hate-love relationship.
You said Nate already. Who's your favorite parent?
Mom.
Who's your favorite auntie and uncle?
Auntie Rika.
Who's your favorite cousin? That's a lie. You just say he got on your nerves.
Who's my favorite cousin? Millie.
Who's your favorite grandparent?
Grandma. Sorry, Grandpa. I love you.
Favorite memory?
My favorite memory? When I went to Detroit and we had that family reunion, I got to meet all my family and, just hang out with everyone, go experience Detroit for the first time in my life.
Was that your first time?
Yep. When we all were in that road trip in the car. My mom was doing my hair in the car. I remember that.
Who'd y'all drive with?
Grandpa.
Dang, y'all did?
My first time there. Remember we showed up and then
I did your hair for that.
My mom brought my hair box. I remember it was my mom.
No, because I have videos of me doing it.
Oh, okay. It was you.
That's when we were on the boat. And you
that was my favorite memory. That's what I'm talking about.
What do you want your high school career to be?
What does that mean?
Like, do you want to
focus on one thing?
Like, do you want to try new things? Do you want to be in programs? Do you want to focus on all A's? Do you want to focus on being with your friends?
I want to balance my friends and my grades because my brothers already failed, so I'm not trying to fail with them. So what I want to do is I want to study when I can, but I also I don't want to regret studying too much that I missed out on being a teenager, so I want to experience that as well.
Do you plan on working?
Yes, I do.
What kind of job?
McDonald's, because it's my
You can
favorite
eat everything.
place, and I get a discount. Eee.
Are you interested in any sports to do in high school?
A couple.
Like what?
Volleyball, track, softball.
You track and softball?
Debate
before?
team.
do you
So,
have?
student council.
They have that in
set
high
up.
school?
Yep, they have student council. They're the ones that plan the events, like the football games and stuff, set up.
Are you going to prom?
I don't know, if I don't get in trouble.
You gonna get in trouble when you're 18?
I don't know, my dad will, like, do anything to grab me.
Don't worry. What's one important message you want to leave to teenagers like you? To encourage them or whatever?
Don't let your parents stop you from doing what you want to do. Do you, boo?
Anything else you want the world to know?
Parents, I want y'all to know that when they're teenagers, they
Pause.
act... Parents, I want you to know, when your kids are teenagers, yes, you already know how they act because you were one yourself. So don't try and dictate every single move they do, because they're just not... They're going to think back and be like, I had the worst life. They're going to think that. And you don't want them thinking that. Just love on your kids. Do what you know you can do. And also try and respect your teenagers and understand what they're going through. For kids out there, don't be giving your mama and daddy some talk back. Don't be doing that. I do it, and it's not good. Girls and boys. I was grounded for 6 months. I was grounded after that for 3 months. I've kept my phone in a 1 month period fanned. Since 7th grade, I've gotten it taken away for 3 months. I got it back a month later. 4 months. I got it back a month later. 6 months. Keep going. You want to keep going? It's not good. So if you want to end up like that, then go ahead. But if you want to be like me and be better and do better, you better have a fresh start. If you're starting high school, you're going to have a fresh start. Don't mess it up. And find the right friends.
That's it, guys. You were saying follow you where? Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe,
Never mind, I don't want y'all to
share,
follow me.
and TTYL.
Peace.